So my name is Bryce, and I'm the director of education speakers from European stakeholders. First, I would like to invite Mr. Luciano, everybody.
It's pretty close. No.
Please.
Alright.
If you ask me, we'll ask.
The second. Alright, so my name is Bryce. I'm the director of education at TERRE-Global, focusing on climate education. And previous to that, I was a classroom teacher for 11 years. So when I think of climate education, to me, I think of bringing three pillars with IR work. I think of the student mental health and well-being. I think of sustainable behaviors and pro-climate behavior. And lastly, I think about the workforce development and skills for consumer education. So today's presentation is on that diverse workforce. So we have some amazing speakers today who have experience in this realm of climate education and green skills. I just read something that 80% of businesses believe that green skills are going to be the most important aspect of the green transition. So without the green skills, we don't have the green jobs.
We are ready now to have music from the speakers.
So, we're going to hear from each speaker in this order, and then we will time around and have a short panel where I have two questions, or if anyone in the audience has a question, we can do that as well. Alright, so first up we have Dr. Vinita Apte, who is the founding director of the Parent Policy Center. So please welcome her. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Bryce. Thanks for this opportunity to speak on the government education. In fact, the panelists, especially the Honorable Kartikeya Sarabhai, that's your experience in this field. And thank you kindly also taking guidance for our programs in India, which we are running for the environmental education. So TERRE means Earth in Change, and we stand for technology, education, research, and rehabilitation for the environment. So there are other projects which are related to forestation, water development, but environmental education is also our other flagship program. And for that we have started things, I believe that environmental education, environmental literacy needs to start from the grassroots level, from the school level. And for that we have started one Olympiad, which was the first ever online Olympiad on environmental questions. So for 1 month we are running it for the whole 24 hours, and any school student can participate in it. So there are 3 categories. 5th to 9th is tackling, 9th to 12 is the track, and under tackling, beyond that is 3 categories. And on first 500 students from each category, they appear for the second round. And for that, we give the award for first 10, first 20, up to 100 students. So this Olympiad is setting up very well. We have 10th edition, and we have to, every year from all over India, we have more than 500,000 students appearing for this because it is a very free of charge Olympiad. Secondly, for educational thing, we are giving them fellowship for the young researchers. Because it's not only with the science and technology, anybody can participate in it from 18 to 26 of age. Which will be the innovative projects. And we gave them a fellowship in the name of Dr. Abdul Kalam, who was the President of India and the scientist. He always tells that there has to be some innovation coming up to the research, and students have to be, besides from any faculty, students have to be precisely make some research for the benefit of society. Secondly, we have grassroots level project in Jilla Parishad schools and the municipal corporation schools, which serve as a learning through play. So that we have developed some plays like Beauty the Snake and Ladder, the normal board games. Right now, all students are going online and they are busy with their own screens. So divert them from the screens, we have developed this board game. This is a green pin. Green pin is kind of a monopoly, which gives you, while playing, gives you the environmental knowledge to the students. And whereas for the young, it's not only the kids, the parents can also involve in it. And there are some card games, board games, some crossword puzzles and communications we have for the school and college level students to learn about it. So the urgency and the necessity of education, we can really we can focus on it because right now everyone needs to work for a good and better environment and to fight the climate change. The children who are at home, they can give the rules and regulations to their parents, especially in some part of rural India. So for them we have developed such kind of small projects, and those are picking up very widely. So thanks guys for the opportunity, and I think my time is up for you.
Thank you so much. Great work, and love seeing the playing and the learning of like I mentioned, the 20 people it speaks to the students and something to community to make up more of that in Okay, so next up, I have the privilege of introducing Sarabhai, who is the director at the Center for Environmental Education. Alright.
Are really looking at options that people prepare people both for the workforce as well as citizens. And I'm not supposed to share with you some of the things which we have
to complete my presentation.
So just to introduction, we have a Center for Environmental Education. It was set up in 1984 when the Ministry of Environment was set up in India. The idea here was that many of us had argued that education was not wrong as a simple driver change. You cannot make transformation to just policy or to finance. So this education is not flawed. But also very interesting what happened in 1991. The Supreme Court said how can you expect citizens to protect the environment if they don't learn? And so they said that at all levels of formal education in India, environmental education has to be part of that formal education. This is quite a landmark amendment in 1991. And this is that really was predicted with UNESCO asked us to do a survey of what is happening in climate change education in India. And I think some of these recommendations would apply to India alone. So you need to practice education of all the policy.
Thank you.
towards education, which in India has been support education institutions. We feel it's mandatory to work with. We have the one which is particularly efficient of faith. These skills of education this morning. I've been meeting at Pavilion here. They were saying that the number of people who are entering reinforced skills is approximately half the number which they don't have in. So you have a huge deficit in terms of big skills. And our teachers, they youth, there is a lot of emphasis here on reinforcing revision. Because most research societies have environment education of knowledge, remote practices, and education. Or in the new education framework that came out in 2023 last year, under that, you had 3 levels, usually, standard 5, now goes around us, and there is separate books from 5 to 9, 6 to 9, infused into science and social studies. And this is a new one. There is standard 10 to 16-year-old children. This is a compulsory subject, a new textbook is being written. This will be introduced in 2026. And it's the first time that every Indian child who goes to school will go through it's approximately 3 hours every week. 3 hours every week of their education will be on this. We are using this to somewhat define what environmental education means. At the 11th and 12th in the high school, it's an optional subject. But now, something new has happened in India. And they want school education to also talk about vocation. Now you field education, when people search for it, now environmental jobs and green skills are part of it. They also something of green skill counseling, which is now looked at the next 10 years, 50 years, and has identified what are the jobs that are required in different sectors. Now some are very obvious ones, like people who repair solar panels, that's very obvious one. But there are others who are not as obvious. For instance, the public transport network is increasing much more than the cars. So you have electricians or plumbers who you want to be conscious about how they bring in conservation into their own job. Other thing they're doing with this step is to prepare teachers. Because you can change curriculum, you can say what you like. Unless you have teachers who are trained to transact and concept, this thing doesn't work. And just think of the number of teachers that are there in like India. As you know, about 1/6 of humankind is in the country. And for the teachers also, something like 10% of local teachers are here. You need to really work very closely with retraining of the teachers. It's not only a question of new entrants, but retraining teachers who are there. Another program is being done in universities is to get students to go out into their environment near their school and take on one area in which they are looking at the SDGs. So out of the 169 targets, you identified something like 32 which areas that you can breathing and waste management, whatever. The students take up sort of ownership for that. So with that, and then I think, except for a handprint which came out from the school in Hyderabad, it was not footprint. Handprint is what you can do. Footprint is how to travel with that. And we encourage everyone to see if we start using handprint. You have a German website on the and people are taking it off the world to represent something positive. And we're going to have a conference annually for education and sustainability action. You might all view it, so friends. What they're doing is, they have separate this branch. We are looking at what can we say to get to the sea, what can we say to educator their plastic contribution to that.
Is this the bench?
In India, I think years. And
supposed to
the whole idea is how to
one of
take
those.
education to what's happening in Israel. So therefore, we look forward to further question answer. All right, please go on. Question, please.
Always inspiring, and I love the work. I love the ideas. I'm also always inspired by the Supreme Court's decision in India. I mean, what a tremendous decision, and even impacts the students. We need to see that all across the board. And that's what I did. I was even as a student, like, this is such a creative approach. It's really impressive. I was impressive that from 91. All right. Next up, we have Daria, a climate change educator from Southeastern Finland University of Applied Science. We're going to talk about this. We need a climate change educator. And then we talk to Daria.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
Is it better without microphone or?
Kind of. Yeah. Alright. Thank you for coming. Thank you for inviting me to this channel. I am a climate change educator in social media. So if we're moving away from traditional classrooms and now we're in the digital world, people are always spending their time on social media. And being a young person myself, I can reach thousands of people quite easily through new forms of social media, which are short videos. So for the 6 years, I've been a climate educator in Instagram for my local community, and we have created a platform for 20,000 people where I share climate education content in the form of online courses, online videos, and then later on we created also a platform for green skills that I'm going to talk about later. So the journey here is quite interesting because initially, we were talking about it 6 years ago. In Russia, nobody knew what sustainability is. In fact, there was not even a translation into the word in the local language. So when we started talking about sustainability, there was no connection to real life. So people were questioning, what is actually climate change? Why is it happening? Is it even happening? Maybe it's volcanoes, so maybe it's the sun. So a lot of education should happen on misconceptions, on having misconceptions and understanding how we can sort of tie it to the real life. However, recently the trend has shifted that people kind of understand that climate change is a big thing now, but they want to know how to be part of a solution. And that's where the transition happened for me as well. So we created a platform where we share different sustainability opportunities, different volunteering, mentorships, jobs, courses, internships, fellowships, whatever you name it. We try to accomplish it to make it available for young people all around Europe for now, but hopefully around the globe soon as well. So that platform also picked up. Now we have 20,000 in the local platform and then around 3,000 in the European platform. So that way, I also wanted to show that you adjust to the audience, and if the audience, have grown, understand climate change more, you guys provide the tools how to continue the journey professionally. Or actually, I believe that we don't need thousands of environmental engineers like myself. We need any job can become a climate job. So we need designers that will be working in social NGOs, or we need teachers who will be implementing more climate education, or I don't know, we need different folks from different industries working on the subject. And I hope that with the platform that we have created, we are also helping young professionals to get the green skills and make the transition for themselves. So yeah, these are the projects that I wanted to share today, and open to questions and hope you'll have a fruitful discussion today. Thank you.
Thank you, Daria. Like Bryce said, nice to hear about the project. I feel like you update for this. That I think it's the higher education is happening today. It's really inspiring. Because half the time when they reach their panels and there's not any conversation about what's happening on the education. We talk about it, but it's more, policy. It's nice to have this mixture of the policy we need and also what is happening today to keep us inspired. All right, next up we have Kakembo Bryce from the Center for Inclusive Student Skills and
I think we just asked you, Brian, who is the Sustainability Director for the Center for Inclusive Skills. This is a center that is run and managed by individual schools, local schools in Uganda, that has been one of the very fast schools, actually the only school currently that has successfully integrated family education and grade scaling within the mainstream curriculum. So I want to play you a video to show you what this is that we are going to do in the short time that we are looking at in our photo and then our
We have in the community, Tyson is to high school non-English. Unlike the mainstream education curriculum, our school has uniquely integrated grade skills into its curriculum. We produce our own charcoal briquettes, which the school uses to cook our food. We make them from agricultural waste to eliminate the use of firewood in our school. We also collect and dry our leftover food, preserving it as sustainable foods for our fish and creativity. We also have green IT and robotics innovation, smart agriculture, and plastic waste recycling.
We have alumni that have successfully started award-winning businesses like Great Energy Company and Soon Company Limited. Our fellow young people who are from our school don't have access to these schools and projects. So we want to create a youth community center to provide them with all these projects. We want to call it the Center for Inclusive Green Skills.
At the center, we can work with our teachers and volunteers. We train over 15,000 young people every year. We offer them the same robotic skills and projects and even much more. Our center should be able to prepare young people to start green businesses or qualify to work in existing green businesses. Join us to grow inclusive green skills to light the path for a greener future.
Thank you so much. I hope that is as fun as I always find it. So one of the key aspects about this program is that we have brought these skills practically into the school. Right? It's deep into community science education, say, at a broader level. Right? It's different to bring it in a career. It's also different to bring it in theory to the students. And so what we are trying to do is to break the concept down into biteable, hands-on projects that these kids can take on every after classes. And so what is unique about our school program is that we have then taken these projects and incorporated them into the mainstream curriculum. So all the lessons at the school are pre-packaged, and every child is supposed to go into a hands-on skill training program. And so they choose which program that they want to do and they master it. And so, as you heard from the students themselves, we're trying to then bring this out of the school, over into the school age, because it's not really easy to bring in strangers into the school
But rather now, we want to bring it into the community so that even youth outside the school can access these services. And we're calling this center a center for inclusive skills. This center should be able to provide demonstration projects, field projects, should be able to have tailored training programs. We should be able to also have a community and necessary innovation modeling. So we want to go away from the initial, design of solution, the best from a business perspective and a corporate perspective, and rather have discussions with the community and also visit nature and then borrow ideas and develop our innovations like all the active too from nature. We also want to have the space be a green enterprise accelerator, and also most importantly, we want to be able to train these children to move into the green job sector. So as I mentioned, we want to have demo projects, and one of the key projects we want to have is the hydroponics and aquaponics. This is really taking off in the smart agriculture sector, and so we want these kids to be prepared to work in the hydroponics industry. We also want to have a demo solar plants in a solar training unit so that kids can interface with solar kits, solar panels, and know exactly what they do and how they work, the mechanism behind it. We also want to have the waste to energy business production unit, which is at the school now want to have a bigger one in the community so that people can interface with with such solutions. We have a big move on cooking in Africa right now, and most people don't even know what cooking is because they don't even know that what they're using in cooking. So we want to have such projects in the community so that people can interface with the exact reality of what is in country. We want to have more biogas facilities, fish farming, like you saw in the video. We want to have vaccine projects. And of course, like I mentioned, say that programs, community and nature-centric innovation, green enterprise accelerator. What is important about the green enterprise accelerator is that right now in Africa, most green enterprises are not well used to turn their project into businesses. So you find that the real try to get there, but then they will be faced with different challenges, like they don't know what the tax laws talk about their business, right? So they end up, not paying taxes and they get from their coach, right? They don't know the advantages they have as a green enterprise. So we want to bring all down to practical sizes so that these young minds can access all these knowledge and advantages. But most importantly, we also have to have a green job placement because as I've been speaking with most of the investors, we are champions in finance, and this is very good. But we have a whole generation of young people coming up who don't even know any idea of some of the things we're talking about. Right? Some of the projects that we want to do in Africa, young kids don't know, high school and university people don't know, and therefore who's going to work in the project? We're going to find them, we're going to build them, and who's going to work in it. We're going to be facing the challenge of then investing a lot of money in training the workforce, which we would have done already in the schools and the universities. So we want to help the climate front by eliminating that cost and bringing it to the school. Let us keep them the skills and the people in the schools and community centers. Let us keep them the skills before they come into the job market. Lastly, we want to have a co-working space so that other youth entrepreneurs can also come in and start their businesses and we give them a place to start as they grow and move into their own places. Lastly, we already have a setup. We already bought the land, we already bought some of the facilities between it. And so we call upon everyone in this group to come join us. If you have any way to collaborate with us, partner with us, find us, come. We already have the facility and we already have preparations ongoing. Buildings are already being set up, projects are already being set up, and we invite you to come work with us and in curriculum design, curriculum improvements,
in collaboration, networking with other people that you know and both in progress with our project. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was really, let's hear that very impressive work. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is bring all panelists up for a brief discussion. Bring you up here. So I do have some questions prepared, but also I think it's important that you in the audience and some of the questions we have been thinking about, we can have that interaction with a small group here, we can have a conversation. Does anyone have any burning questions so we have Daria, I'd like to start with you. How do you make sure that programs are going to empower young applicants that they have that aspect which makes them actually do what typically learning along the way?
Sure, I would agree that. Well, the trick is to understand the other's person entry point, because we all come to the climate change or sustainability field through something, through either some sort of personal pain or maybe a story or maybe local community engagement. So if you connect really to that core, I think it would be easy to find communication path. So because I had a lot of cultural background and also understanding how, for example, people in Russia think and what are the misconceptions, it was easy to tap into it because, oh, I had those misconceptions myself. In fact, when I started studying environmental engineering in Finland, I was like, well, maybe climate change really doesn't exist. So it really took a lot of educational programs, going to, I don't know, even like glaciers, seeing how they are melting to prove the point that, okay, like they're not really making it up. So kind of through personal exposure and going through the same path as well, I can now understand people who are new to the subject and kind of like speak on the same language because I've been there. I know how it is to think that, climate change is a made-up problem. And now I know how to bring them on that educational journey to make sure that they're not overwhelmed because there's a lot of technical jargon and a lot of regulations and a lot of different things to, like, it is a multidisciplinary problem that they're facing. So, like, how do you not overwhelm but like empower them? So you work with that.
Okay, thank you, Daria. And Kakembo, if you could add on to that a little bit, what have you found to be most impactful and inspiring the students to take action?
Okay, we just learn what
In some ways, the action itself is a cause or ethics. If you get them to actually do something, solve a problem at whatever small scale, and they say that you can do it, it's not something we just learn about it. So what we are trying to do is now, India is to get people to start with the school. What are the things they can do in the school environment itself and their home environment? At times, we have to also ensure that we don't teach them something which directly competes with what their parents are saying. So we don't want to take that as a quite we have to be careful about that unsensitive things about it. And then we say that from there, how do you go out from your home to a neighborhood, or from your school to an area outside school? What are the things you do yourself? But if you get them to act, the first barrier is act. Because I don't have to ask someone, I don't have to pay someone, I don't have to be an activist. I can just actually do something. And I think that needs more action. We will create a empowerment.
In addition to that, we always believe on what is practice which you are teaching. So the practicing, the environment which is practicing for the children is more important than just teaching them in the classroom, but going with the project, making some kind of outdoor activities, not only related to the school curricula, but this is out of the textbook, is more important for them.
Thank you. And I think that's going to ask you the next question too. But I really appreciate that. And also, I wanted to say that when I introduced my education podcast, the 3 reasons why I'm here was and it becomes in how students are feeling out the context, their emotions and all that. So we know the action is the key to success. The key to success. So I appreciate what y'all shared. That's great. So implementing common education is difficult and it requires working with other people. So I can ask you, how do you use partnerships to be successful in common education awards and be successful in this work?
Actually, I believe always in collaborations and partnerships. So when we start any project, we get 2 or 3 partners who are like-minded with the project. Like the teachers training, you mentioned it, train the trainers. So that in that train the trainers project, we have a partner of EDM initially. Birthday network, and we started a partnership in India for train the trainers, and that time also we have started with the online education program for the teachers. Secondly, partnerships are coming up not only with the like-minded sectors, but even with the industries, government, and the organizations which are leading on this platform. Because I always believe my great philosopher and guide, Kartikeya Sarabhai, he is doing a lot of things on the environment education program. And not only that, he is, when you look at the person, you can judge that he really wants to be in it. And he wants to go other people on with him. He is taking the people under his wings, I can say. So that kind of partnerships always help for environment education and especially on the climate literacy.
Good, thank you for those words. I think partnership is at the core of what we are doing. And to see the task, it is so enormous. The people who really feel that education is one of the key drivers is the skill very small. It doesn't feel, say, around off. We need that education is something which is a good thing to do. Please go to the birthday meeting if you like. But it's not to do with the main line of what is to achieve. And I think that little jump from saying education is not just for education's sake, but education is there to drive what you are wanting to do. I mean, it's not. This point you said that you made this spoke to the top about education. They say, sorry, we are not into education, that's where to go somewhere else. We are into climate change. So I think, besides the education people who believe that this is the driver, we have to make the breakthrough, which is so critical, and it will show this. So, other things we are doing for that is partnership with people who are not education people. So we need to reach out to groups and actually demonstrate that through the personal education you can achieve a larger goal. I think that's a challenge for all of us. Yeah. not just partnerships within ourselves, within education, but also partnerships outside people who take education. And we demonstrate. So anyone is to work with Apte, just they go to presentation or the week, if they work at home. The other two are wonderful because you got some ideas and you see it goes back. You have something happening. Based on the life itself.
Actually, partnerships, solutions, and you have anything, green skills focus, industry of operations, agencies,
Alright, I've been talking to my Finnish expertise because I've been based in Finland for the last 8 years. And actually it was quite interesting to see the climate carbon handprint concept because one of the partnership examples from Finland is how Finnish universities are developing also the criteria now or the framework, the methodology how to do that handprint evaluation. So it was developed in the Finnish universities and now they're working with corporate or industrial partners to be able to put it as important as carbon footprint, carbon handprint metrics into the companies. So there are big components, if you're using elevators or like anything digital like some MPC Kone, this is a Finnish company and they're also working on how to estimate how the handprint of carbon. So that's one, and then another one is, for example, all of the major University of Applied Sciences have recently united to bring climate curriculum to universities and also digital courses because, the climate Finnish education is very developed and climate education has been already integrated in many fields. However, right now I think one of the concepts that's developing quite rapidly is lifelong learning. You kind of just stop there at schools, you have to bring the climate education also beyond schools. So they're also working on a lot of trainings to train green schools on the workplace for the industry.
Talking about partnerships, I always want to know how you can also support the community yourself, right? Our schools are very good where we get from the boat. One of the challenges we face in kind of those trainings is that kids want to go out of country, right? And sometimes as a school or after the school, you might come up with issues that the needed office to do. Other than the education we have come up with is community collective philanthropy, right? To come up to the community and let them offer what they have, right? These are some of the students that we have, the people that we have. These are some of the people directly educating for subsequent that are there, for the people that we call them. Going to the community around here, who were previously the firewood and Baku, and now we have actually integrated and enough to operate and this school. So if you take advantage of the resources we do in the community, already you have study, right? Something finance at the beginning of the project, and as you prove that these projects have an impact on the students, on the college, and also the community, that with the partners, the agencies, and then they will see the work, and the work, and then profit will come. So, in that country, Thank you for that. I really like all these different partnerships, real diversity of partnerships, people in the field working together, corporate, communities, really important. We've been at Earth Day, we were to conversations at the sport region, working with a lot of corporations, because we believe that they're going to be key drivers. Even just, we've been tracking statements from Microsoft, and take the planetary conversation, and influence last week. It's a really nice connection with the technique skills. They just released a and also, you're talking about, education is at the top now. Years ago, I was at top a year ago, but science was not really there. It was very much on the pursuit. Except, I was at a panel recently with Manuel who was the past president for Climat. We talked about that with the main statement on education. And but this idea that you can have an education is too slow. And it just made me think that the students who are graduating from high school today were 9 years old when that happened, right? So there's been a real drive from top 21. It's just we'd be in a different situation. So we need to stop this mindset of such a long approach. It's critical. And then about why we're here at top. Dr. Apte, I was curious if you could talk about why are we here at education at top? How do we use the tool? We had a session the other day on NDC and education. We talked a little about the outside
This is actually a good question, like why we are here in Earth and discussing the various parameters of climate change, education, biodiversity, and so on. Especially, from my perspective, I always look at the COP as a learning platform for everyone, which is not related to the plenary decisions and what are the steps are taken for getting the 1.5 degree steps to the Paris Agreement. But everyone who is coming here and we are having a type of networking in every perspective about climate education or any other agroforestry which we are talking about in the morning. But these all platforms are going towards the climate learning for everyone who is here. Like us, today we welcome you a new perspective of social media. When we talk about how the era is of AI, artificial intelligence. But artificial intelligence, I don't think it's the climate needs to believe in artificial intelligence. For climate education and for climate change, fighting the climate change and all those perspectives, we need to work. Implementation is the main focus area even of the education. So, again, there is always a question mark why we are coming to the COP. So, the COP is leading you the world towards the education, so that those who are not acquainted with the climate change, they start thinking about why this COP is happening every year and why so many thousands of young people going there, not just to go for the tourism or just to go for the signing days and all, but it is always a learning process for everyone to go beyond for their life or to think about the future of the world and care where we are.
This is not education. It has come a long way since early days. And for us, we will have declaration again. And climate change is called ACE, Action for Climate Empowerment. So ACE became a book program. Then there was Education ACE, it's called the Human Resources Day today. And today we declare as a person, there is something called the Baku Declaration, which has been launched this morning. Now, again, it's a very important one. But how we make that breakthrough skill is, I think it's kind of a long way from where it was. But I think the world doesn't have the time. And if you're saying that education takes time, the education recognize this takes longer time. For people to realize that without that, It makes you have talk past the world where with the fact that it exists. As Daria very clearly said, in the roadmap, how she had to recognize, she had to observe it actually happened. And this is why you can act. But we hope President of the US comes to that recognition also. And says, I do it because of a belief that nothing really happens. And I think going out and seeing things, rather than just reading about it, one of the
Alright, I think I'd like to end with is one question for thinking about kind of like the future. What's inspiring you right now? What's giving you hope? Could be new learning tools, learning tools. It could be lessons in culture. It could be whatever is giving you hope right now. For a year of kind of education progress.
Thank you very much. What I feel hope is we have seen a shift in the community, right? In the people that are actually internationally, we are seeing a shift in the way our parents, and the way the parents of this generation and the parents too. So the way people think about education. So that shift has given way for issues of planning education rules, right? We have a theoretical education system with all like 5 languages, and then we want to shift into a more practical education curriculum. And so that helps people like us work with new our curriculum based on green project, right? Climate project. And so that shift has then also helped bring along others, the community, the institutions, the government itself, to make sure that we get the space and the capacity in our hidden institutions to make sure that this happens. It is a slow process, and just to speak about the people that say that bringing climate education to this school is a slow process. We all have to go through that slow process to get where we are, right? Even I believe the Secretary General of the UN has to go through education. So it was a slow process, right? It was a means to get what we needed at the time. So we have to invest in that slow process. If we want to make it fast, good. We have to still invest in that slow process. It brings me back to that point that there's a shift and we need to take advantage of it. Parents are now aware that they need to teach their kids about climate, give them the green skills, time to invest when everyone now is in agreement that we have to do it.
From my side, since I'm covering the digital world, of course, it is AI. However, not in the sense where AI would maybe create content and we would have like a lot of fake videos and such. But imagine having a teacher for every child, like tailored, for that kid's needs. I find that amazing. That personalization of even ChatGPT, how it can really answer your questions and sort of explain it in simple terms. So I do believe that in the future we are going to use more and more of those tools to really translate climate education into life-size pieces so that every person who is studying either it's a young person or an old person, doesn't matter, but they will get something useful out of it because of the personalization of AI.
It's a smart way to learn about the environment. AI is very smart, you can say. And but if we think about the drastic level, then there needs to be more go into the depth of AI. And but for sure that those who are dependent on social media And I mean, it's a flourish like you just have it on your tips and you will get to know the knowledge. So AI, there is no option for AI. And of course, everyone from the small kids to maybe the senior citizens may not apply, but the kids will go in a smart education, environment education program.
I think besides AI, this is the fact that media today enables us to connect across the globe is a very powerful thing. And you might be nice to be physically here today. There are so many others who can connect with to see what we do today, not just the people in this room. I think that power provided, Daria was saying, personalized teacher, my teacher, my person. How do you prevent people also becoming traditional? But I just speak on social media, which I like. It just reinforces what I like to hear. It does not take me to other, because if you're going to the library today, there's no browsing left. Because you pick the book and you have to buy it. You can put it on the shelf. So how do you, in this age, still get people to see other ideas rather than pick only the ones which I like? And what this is doing is just reinforcing. Sometimes I just think about something or talk about something, and suddenly all the advertisements are just reinforcing what I do rather than being disruptive.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think things like what you said, today we are not at stage one. We are certainly at that situation. Really, you have people who want to do something. Most people are looking at that. I think just building on that is what
All right, thank you. We're just about out of time, but I did want to say your presentation from the beginning landed what gives me hope. It was really nice hearing about all the work that's being done. Thank you all for joining this panel. That's just an amazing group. And we have to talk to people.